So I want to take a few minutes with this video to go over three very interesting topics for the PlayStation 5 and PS4 this time around. We're going to discuss how Microsoft has essentially backed out of teraflop numbers being important, Epic Games VP stating the PS5 hardware is a huge leap, and the latest PS Plus news with it going free in July. First, let me know if you agree or disagree that Microsoft has been hyping up the teraflop count on their console. Now, this doesn't have to be fanboy wars, just let me know if you agree or disagree on that part. I'm curious if people agree that teraflops has been a core topic of Microsoft's campaign regarding the Xbox Series X, or maybe it's just me who's noticed this. So, comment below if you agree or disagree that teraflops have been a core part of Microsoft's next-gen campaign. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, PS5 hardware being a huge leap. We've heard many developers praise the PS5 many times at this point. It's pretty clear now and really many times prior that developers really love what Sony has done with the PlayStation 5. We recently had Epic Games VP Nick Penwarden, who we've talked about on this channel before, speak recently with the official PlayStation UK magazine, saying some big things in regards to the PlayStation 5. Here's his statement. The PlayStation 5 is a masterpiece of systems design. Not only is it driving a huge leap in computing and graphics performance, but it is also revolutionary in terms of storage and data compression technology, unlocking new kinds of games and experiences for players to enjoy. So, this is a really glowing statement regarding the PlayStation 5. Of course, the PS5 has jumped in GPU and CPU, which happens every generation, but obviously, this generation we're getting stuff not on the market yet right now, and by the time the consoles come out would have just recently got to the market, so it's the latest tech this time around. But the focus again here is the storage aspect of the console and the I/O, which we got a taste of during the PS5 reveal with something like the portals from Ratchet & Clank A Rift Apart. This narrative of the PlayStation 5 being easy to develop for and essentially being a big shift in game development seems to be consistent across many developers. What this tells us is that the PS5 will have a lot of games because it's easy to develop for, and games developed specifically for the platform will be able to do amazing things never seen before, which I'm excited to see. Now, diving into the second story of the video, PS Plus. PS Plus first went live June 29th, 2010, and to celebrate its 10th anniversary, which happened yesterday, Sony will have 3 games instead of 2 games for July's free PS Plus games. While this is of course welcomed, I'll remind people that Sony at one point had 6 games every month with PS3, Vita, and PS4. I personally thought they would have done something bigger for 10 years, but I'll say in addition to the 3 games, which are NBA 2K20, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Erica, Sony will also be offering a free weekend for PS Plus on July 4th, which is great for friends who haven't gotten PS Plus or just recently had PS Plus run out, so that's something. I haven't personally seen anything beyond this that's big for the 10-year celebration, so this is pretty much it, and all the games will be available starting July 7th. Let me know if any of these games appeal to you. This month is kind of a low for me, but what about you guys? Do you care about NBA 2K20, Tomb Raider, Erica? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the final story of the video, Microsoft seemingly backing off the importance of numbers when it comes to next gen. Now, this can't only be me, and I'm sure everyone here knows that with the Series X, Microsoft has been promoting its number gain over the PS5 and how powerful their console is, which is backed again by specs that people keep going over. This isn't something out of the blue that I'm just realizing now that the specs of the Series X have been a part of the Microsoft campaign. It's been a thing. So it's weird to have someone like Jason Ronald, who's the director of project management for the Xbox Series X, come out and kind of downplay numbers and their importance. Let's just go over what he said. He spoke with Spanish website Zetaka and stated the following. We focus on optimizing the developer experience to deliver the best possible experience for players. Rather than trying to hunt down certain record numbers, we've always talked about consistent and sustained performance. We could have used forced clocks, we could have used variable clock rates. The reality is that it makes it harder for developers to optimize their games, even though it would have allowed us to boast higher teraflops than we already had, for example. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is the gaming experiences that developers can build. So it's clear to see passive shots at Sony here, like we've seen people over at Xbox do on Twitter, on articles, etc. in the past. I'm not really sure why this keeps happening. Maybe they're not restricting the reporters from asking certain questions. I'm not really sure, but let's get this clear. Microsoft cares about teraflop numbers, so I don't like that he's playing it off like they don't. I'm sure everyone remembers when Microsoft dropped a tweet boasting 12 teraflops for the Xbox Series X and even explaining what a teraflop is. So yes, they care about teraflop numbers. But beyond this idea that variable clocks makes things harder on developers, I have personally not heard one developer talk negatively about this. I could be missing something, of course, there's always that chance. I'm not an expert in this area, so I'll leave it to the experts like John Linneman of Digital Foundry, who stated this in regards to variable clocks. PS5 is predictable, but it forces developers to make choices that won't be necessary on Xbox Series X. I think fixed clocks are a better choice in this case, but we'll see how it goes. And another expert, the Cherno here on YouTube, who was an ex-DICE engine developer, who was impressed with Sony's approach of varying clocks based on what's going on with the CPU and GPU, a more intelligent approach as he puts it. In this area, I'll lean more to the Cherno's thoughts considering he's an actual video game developer. But besides teraflops, Jason Ronald also talked SSD, and when the topic came up showcasing how Sony's solution could potentially have double the speed of the Series X, he said, "Things go beyond the numbers that we may or may not share." And in addition to this, he discussed direct storage, the API they have, and sampler feedback streaming, which help with I/O and the SSD, which is all awesome stuff on the Series X. But again here, he downplays the numbers, which I guess, what else can he do in this area considering there's a big difference between Sony and Microsoft with the PlayStation 5 and Series X in terms of the SSD. I personally feel that Microsoft has a great console coming later this year, and they should just focus on talking about the console instead of these, passive shots. Maybe I'm the only one who sees those, but you guys let me know if you care about the spec numbers of either consoles. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "bring on more gameplay," because all this conversation about specs, all these interviews, just bring on more gameplay. July seems like it'll be heated, and if you're excited for all of that, destroy the comment section with "bring on more gameplay," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.